Then I'm gonna approach him and ask him, what in the right crackheadery mind possessed you to kill my man? Hello guys, welcome biggity back to Molly's World, where we hop in the director's seat, sip on our treats, and get into the real good deeds. And today, before we get into those good deeds, we're gonna take a look at a couple clips from my reaction of this episode.
If the drink is bitter, turn yourself into wine. In this uncontainable night, be the mystery at the crossroads. And if the world has ceased,
I thought this was a fucking flashback.
stay to the silent.
We'd been doing drugs, but it wasn't until that day, at her dad's memorial, that I realized they were a greater comfort than I ever could be. Maybe that's a silly observation, but I was only 13. It was the summer before I started 9th grade, back when we thought we'd all be friends forever. March's best friend, Luna.
They're all gagging.
And my best friend, Jade.
I'm sorry, but Rue was the only person that smiled.
That's what I call a quandary.
What's the answer?
Wait, what was the question again?
I was about to say, Fez, you're kind of smart, baby.
I feel like a big baby.
It's the mom for me. Cassie is holding hands with me in public. I'm sorry. I was not getting in the car with a man like that. I don't care if that's my father or not. I don't trust him.
I've never done this to you. I would have never done this to you.
I still want him at it to beat ass. Yeah, Nate's gay. Lexi's fucking brilliant, because that was good.
Fucking get laughing. That shit is so fucking homophobic.
No, it's not.
Sorry, I had no idea that
She's your fucking sister. You know what? I can shit the fuck out of my house. I'm fucking done.
Sorry. I don't know what you expected, Cassie. Yeah. I'm sorry? I'm so sorry. What do you mean to be continued? Yeah, let's get into the review because what do you mean to be continued? It was just getting good. Seen those clips, let's get right into the review of Euphoria Season 2, Episode 7, The Theater and Its Double. Action. We're not even gonna pretend like this episode wasn't a Lexi episode. And honestly, truly, I was waiting for a hardcore episode just for Lexi. Just so we can see how Lexi feels and just get into her world and get into her mind. And immediately we see it start off with Lexi taking a deep breath. And I was just like, I already know this is going to be a lot. And from what I've heard and what I've seen, this season has 8 episodes. And the fact that they split it into 2 pisses me off. But this season has 8 episodes. Therefore, next week's episode might be the season finale. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm assuming. And I know that Sam Levinson, whom is the director, said that he wanted to give like a Romeo and Juliet type feel to one of the episodes. And I honestly think that this was the episode branching into next week's episode, which probably means that somebody's gonna die and it may be like a sacrificial love relationship thing, which blows my damn brain because there's so many relationships. And funny enough that idea came up, and I saw it on I think Twitter or Instagram, but that idea is what like really resonated in this episode, because we saw Rue and Jules, they're not speaking anymore, but you could see that there's tension there. You could see that Rue keeps looking over at her just to see if she's looking at her, you know, that like, I miss my person but I don't want to say nothing. That's the type of vibe. So we have that couple, and then in a montage we had, I think it was a montage of Nate's dreams. And in that dream, Nate was looking at a reflection of himself, but that reflection was facing away from him, which I found very symbolic, because it's like, if you are looking in the mirror to find out who you are or what you are or how you feel, and your reflection has their back turned, it means that you are hiding a part of yourself, to me, or like a part of yourself refuses to come out or refuses to stand in the light or be in front of that mirror or be in that truth. And Nate was standing there looking in that reflection, and the person was not turning around. And then we see him turn around and he walked towards Maddie, and Maddie starts to take off her clothes, which I'm assuming this is how the people he's loved, and he's going through the relationships in his head. He's now kissing Maddie, but then Maddie turns into Cassie, and then Cassie turns into Jules. And then it flashes to another damn scene where I think Cassie gets slammed on the bed, and it was what happened to Jules in the video with Cal, who is Nate's father. So here we have Cassie on the bed getting her tights ripped the same way Jules did. Then we see Cal walking over, and instead of Cassie being on the bed like she just was, or Jules like we originally seen in the tape, it was Nate's. And then Nate woke up from his nightmare. And that, to me, is some serious damn trauma. Because obviously Nate grew up watching these videos, and it's clearly affected him in a way that he himself does not understand or process yet. But let's hop all the way back to Lexi, because Lexi is genuinely putting everything in front of everyone's faces for them to see exactly how they acted or what they did and how they broke each other and helped each other, especially in Rue's relationship. And I love it. I really do love it. I love the fact that Rue isn't getting mad, and nor is Lexi's mom. Like, they're enjoying the play for what it is. And like, Lexi's mom was crying. She was laughing at herself. And the fact that a guy is playing her and she's totally laughing at it. I just love Lexi's mom. I'm sorry. She is 100. Because that is funny to me. And the fact that Rue herself is like watching it like, damn, maybe I am a bad friend. But it's also like, she's recognizing that I am a bad friend, but because that I was a bad friend, look at what my friend now actually can put on. She can put out a play and make it real and make it genuine and make it amazing. And I love to see just the joy on Rue's face, appreciating the stuff that her friend has put out rather than being upset with her. Because I feel like Cassie is definitely upset with Lexi simply because now Nate has been made fun of. Girl, it is your sister's play. It is your sister's play. Your sister. Screw the man. You're talking about Nate said, if it's your sister, you should have known what she was doing. No, I don't know what she's doing, but it's also my sister. Therefore, I'm going to defend her. I don't know who you are, Nate, on why you're acting up as if Cassie owes you something, but she kind of doesn't. I know that she probably told you that while they were having sex, but she doesn't owe you anything. No, not at all. Sorry. Yeah. But moving on, also, we got to see a little more insight into Lexi and Maddie's dynamic, Maddie and Cassie's dynamic, Cassie and freaking Lexi's dynamic, because now we get to see how that bond got not necessarily torn apart, but the origin of it, and then now where it sits. Because we're not gonna pretend like Cassie didn't have sex with Nate, and Nate being Maddie's ex, and they were best friends. That all played out. We saw that scene. And I just have to shout out Alexa and fucking, what's her name? Sweeney. I'm so sorry, I forgot her first name. But yeah, that scene with them together against the door. Cassie, Miss Sweeney, you can cry. That is one actress. She can cry on command, because it's the silent tears for me. Against the door, and it's banging, and the tears are just running. There's no breath. There's no... Cassie was just there. And the tears were flowing. That's what you call acting, baby. Because I felt it. I genuinely felt it. And I just feel like also too, Maddie always has those one-liners. And she said something about confidence that really like hit me, because you never really know if confidence is real or fake in anyone. But confidence is confidence. Once you walk with confidence, people believe it because it's confidence. They don't know if it's real. They don't know if it's fake. They don't know where it's coming from, but it's confidence. So people believe whatever you're putting forth. And Maddie told Lexi that. And I feel like that inspired Lexi in herself to like do this play. And seeing how Maddie's character not only is always seen as someone that's so like bitchy, to say the least, but I just fucking love Maddie, because I feel like Maddie is like me and my friends, because like Maddie puts on this hard exterior that she's like so like prim and proper and perfect and confident, but she knows the pain that she has inside and she's aware of it. And she only trusts certain people to share that with. And I feel like what really broke Maddie's heart, like she said, it wasn't even about Nate. It's the fact that you're my best friend. Fuck Nate. Like, I don't care. You're my best friend. Why did you do this to me? Specifically me. Forget about Nate. Forget about your mom. Forget about Rue, everyone else. Me. And the fact that Cassie couldn't face her, I feel like that's why Maddie was more hurt, because it wasn't necessarily about what she had to say or what she had done. It's the fact that you cannot face me to tell me the truth. Like, just be honest with me. And I feel like that broke her heart even more. I don't want to talk about this, but back to our arching couples, right? Like I said, we had Rue and Jules, Maddie and Nate, Cassie and Nate, Nate and Jules. That might be one for real. And then we have Fez and Lexi. And I already knew from a birdie in the tree, Fez himself said it, that he was supposed to die in the first season. And now I'm just like, maybe they waited to kill him in this one. And that, if Fez dies, Sam Livingston needs to delete all of his accounts. Because I'm going to find him. And then I'm going to audition to be on the show. And then when I'm on the show, and I got like 3 episodes in, and I already have my contract signed, and I've already been paid, then I'm going to approach him and ask him, what in the right crackheadery mind possessed you to kill my man? Because I would like to know. And if you don't kill Fez, then we're best friends, and I'm still going to audition, and we're going to be great. But the way it's arching and leading, it feels like Lexi and Fez and that dynamic, and something's going to explode, and Fez is probably going to die. But I saw another interview actually earlier today with Miss Sweeney, and she said herself that when you think something's going to happen, it's not going to happen that way. And that gave me a little hope, because I feel like everyone's thinking that Fez is going to die. It's pretty obvious, which gave me hope that he will not be the one to die, and it probably might be Miss Sweeney herself. And she might die for Nate. Let's sit with that for a while. I don't want Cassie to die, but I'd rather her than Fez. And speaking of choosing and rathering people, the moment that Rue had in the bed with her mother, yeah, I'm sorry, some people might find that harsh, some people might find that unfair, but growing up in black families, that is the issue. Rue does not have any black friends. If Rue had black friends, her black friends would have told her the same thing that her mother told her years ago. And she probably wouldn't have been a crackhead. Because, yeah, we would have made fun of her. We would have told about herself. We would have told about her sister. And, because literally, every single thing that her mother told her in that moment is things that I've been saying in my mind. Like, excuse me, you have a little sister. Your little sister is not your responsibility, but you're setting a horrible example for her. Horrible. And you think that by you just doing whatever you feel like and not giving a shit about anybody else's feelings is helping the family, but it's not. It really isn't. It really isn't. And at this point, like all black parents say, you're about to be 18. You're about to be out my house. Not my responsibility anymore. You're an adult. You can smoke, crack, sniff, blend, drug, inject your life away. Because when you get to 18, not my responsibility anymore. I'm gonna go take care of your little sister. That's all I gotta worry about now. Cause you 18. Bye. Rue recognizing finally that the people that she's been taking advantage of in terms of love and expecting things from, she realized she can't get it anymore. There's literally no one. Fez is done with her because you tried to steal his grandmother's pills. Lexi's done with you. Fucking Jules is done with you. Ellie's done with you. Maddie, Lexi, all of them are done. You only had your family. And your mom just turned to you and said, you know what? Yeah. At this point, this ice cream tastes too good. I got another child that's failing, getting detention. I gotta take care of her. You about to be 18. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be the average parent, but if you don't care, I'm gonna stop caring. Because I'm spending too much time caring for you when I got another child in the back that also needs me too. So if you're not gonna care, I'm out. Peace. Back to Lexi and her play, because that play is really, 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 really good. Once again, Sam Livingston. The cinematography of this episode, the montages, the fact that we had an overture in the beginning and the way it blended into the next scene, it's really giving me that playwright vibes. Like, this is not just an episode, it's orchestrated so beautifully, and I genuinely appreciate it. Also, if I'm not wrong, I need to check my Instagram, but I could have sworn I saw Julio. If you guys follow him on Instagram, then you would know. But I know him, and I'm obsessed with him, so I'm 100% sure it was him. So congratulations, baby boy. Like, I love you. I'm just a regular follower. So congratulations on being in the episode. You're the shit. Fucking love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I don't know if you're gonna ever see this, but if you do, congrats. Because a lot of critiques about the show and about this season is that this season isn't really making sense to anyone. But I feel like it's not making sense because just like season 1, everybody's episode was like somehow interconnected, but still separate and telling their own stories. And I feel like Lexi's play is about to bring everything together the same way it's already started to do it now in this episode. So like little moments where like Jules and Nate may have had an interaction when nobody really understood or there were still questions for. I feel like all of that is coming next. In the next episode, I'm hoping that it is. Because then I get answers to a lot of questions. But of course, you know, if they renew for season 3, there's gonna be a cliffhanger. So, I don't really know what to expect, honestly, but I can just tell you what I think. I think Cassie's about to ruin the fucking play. And if she does ruin the play and fuck it up for Lexi, I'm gonna be pissed off at her. I think Maddie might go up to Cassie and have a conversation with her. I think Kat is eventually going to beg back for Ethan because she recognizes that he's a star now. Because he's basically the star of the damn play. Let's not forget that. She's probably going to want him back now because she feels like he's so important, knowing Kat and not knowing herself and lack of self-love. I feel like Rue and Jules are definitely going to have a conversation. I feel like Nate is going to finally recognize that he's gay. Yeah, let's talk about it. And that's all we need to talk about because he is. And if he's not, then the trauma is really real. The trauma is really real. And I hate to put people in boxes and categorize them, but he's on the spectrum. He might be just like his father. And I'm going to quote Cal. I like to fuck men. I like to fuck women. I like to fuck transsexuals. That's what he said. So maybe his son, Nate, is following right in his footsteps and he's doing everything on the spectrum. And that means that he needs therapy. Poor boy needs therapy. But like my friend Megan said in one of my previous reviews, Lexi is the only one with her head on. And I love what she's doing right now with this play. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's emotional, and it's very vulnerable because she's the one narrating now. She's the one that's showing what she's seen from her perspective rather than what we've seen from Rue's perspective and her narrations. So if you guys enjoyed all of this greatness and get into all the good details, then scroll down, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell so you get updates and notifications for when I post. Yeah, because you know I'm gonna be back. But this is all that I have for now in Molly's world, where we hop in a director seat, sip on our treats, and get into the real good deeds. I love you guys so much. Until next time. Mwah.